The starting text specifies 1969, the U.S. Naval Force laid out a school for military pilots. It is formally alluded to as Fighter Weapons School, yet the volunteers refer to it as Top Gun. We see a few volunteers and Navy men on the boats, where the pilots take off or make their profits. Commander Pete Nonconformist Mitchell, Tom Cruise, rides his bike to a base where he is set for a scramjet flight exhibit. However, he is informed that Rear Admiral Chester Mallet Kane, Ed Harris, is en route to close the program down to divert reserves somewhere else. Not feeling discouraged, Maverick takes the fly similarly as Kane shows up, and he flies it up high, taking it past its unique Mach 9 projection and hitting Mach 10, to the enjoyment of the group. Notwithstanding, Maverick attempts to take it quicker and winds up destroying the stream, yet he figures out how to launch in time. Kane berated Maverick for his activities, yet while he needs to have Maverick grounded, Kane rather illuminates him that he has been gotten back to Nas North Island by his previous adversary/partner, Admiral Tom Iceman Kazansky, Val Kilmer. Freethinker heads to the base to meet Vice Admiral Bo Twister Simpson, John Hamm, and Rear Admiral Solomon Warlock Bates, Charles Parnell. Tornado clarifies that he doesn't find in Maverick anything Ice finds in him, however he advises Maverick regarding the job needing to be done. A rebel country is activity a uranium office, and Maverick should help another gathering of enlisted people to figure out how to come to the base and bomb it. Nonconformist goes to a bar where he reunites with Penny Benjamin, Jennifer Connelly, an ex that he left some time prior, which irritated her chief naval officer father. She bears no malevolence toward Maverick, however she winds up making him pay a round for everybody at the bar. At similar bar, the new class of pilots are there to drink. Among them is superstar Jake Executioner Saracen, Glenn Powell, who sees himself as the probably going to lead the new class. There is additionally Natasha Phoenix Trace, Monica Barbaro, Robert Bounce Floyd, Louis Pullman, Ruben Compensation Fitch, Jay Ellis, and Mickey Fanboy Garcia, Danny Ramirez. Entering minutes after the fact is Bradley Chicken Bradshaw, Miles Teller, child of Maverick's late closest companion Goose. After Maverick's card declines, Penny has Hangman and Payback energetically toss Maverick out. Outside, Maverick watches Rooster playing the piano and is helped to remember Goose, however Maverick actually feels responsibility over Goose's passing. Dissident later meets with the pilots to present himself and go over the mission. Since the office is found profound at the lower part of a gorge, Maverick's arrangement to take it out includes having two planes obliterate the entry to the office prior to stirring things up around town itself. A portion of the pilots aren't installed, similar to Hangman. Chicken detests Maverick since he pulled Rooster's application and hindered his vocation by 4 years. Nonconformist then, at that point, happens with the dogfight practices with the pilots, flaunting his abilities to meddle with the more youthful team. The pilots that bomb their activities are compelled to do push-ups. Later on, Hangman finds Rooster's association with Maverick. Dissident returns to the bar to take care of Penny what he owes her. He then goes through the midday on her boat with her, and there is obviously still a flash between them. In the following round of activities, Maverick clarifies for the pilots about how they might lose oxygen and cognizance in the event that they fly too high, help them to remember how high and low they should go when they do their central goal. During the activity, Rooster is displayed to use a more careful methodology in his flying. Executioner raises Maverick's fellowship with Goose, which incites Rooster into almost going after Hangman, yet different pilots split them up. Ice demands Maverick go visit him. He is experiencing throat disease and can fundamentally convey through a PC. Freethinker communicates his anxiety over working with Rooster, expecting that something will happen to him like with Goose. Ice lets him know he should work intimately with Rooster, and he figures out how to address Maverick and let him know that the youthful pilots need him more than he understands. Typhoon ventures out onto the runway to observe that no one is there. He tracks down that Maverick brought the pilots over to the ocean side to play volleyball as a holding exercise, which seems to work since they are having a good time. Freethinker later goes out with Penny and tells her that he pulled Rooster's application since his mom requested that Maverick care for him before she died. The pilots then go through a preparation exercise to strike the objective at a specific elevation and in a specific measure of time. Everybody neglects to finish the responsibility depending on the situation, with Phoenix expecting to discharge before her fly accidents. Nonconformist berates Rooster for how he handles his activity, prompting them squabbling about Maverick blocking Rooster's flying vocation. They are interfered with when Warlock comes in to illuminate them that Ice has kicked the bucket. A burial service is held for him days after the fact, with Maverick, Penny, and different pilots in participation. Typhoon chooses to take over educational obligations from Maverick. At the point when he proposes an elective arrangement, different pilots appear to address him. Outside, the radars identify Maverick flying his stream to finish the activity, where he can fire at the objective on the ground barely in time, dazzling every one of the pilots, including Hangman. The mission is completed, with Maverick picking Rooster as his partner, and being joined by Hangman, Phoenix, Fanboy, Payback, and Bob. They fly toward the office, with their close-by plane carrying warship terminating Tomahawk rockets at the base to annihilate the runway, causing foe planes to scramble back toward the objective. They figure out how to send off a rocket and obliterate the office, yet the foe sends more pilots after them. The pilots begin to fly back, however Maverick's fly is taken shots at, making him crash. Chicken pivots and goes to save Maverick. A chopper starts discharging at Maverick while he is walking, yet Rooster destroys it, not long before his own fly is killed. However, he figures out how to launch himself in time. Nonconformist and Rooster rejoin and devise an arrangement to leave. They spot a F-14 Tomcat and assume command over it. They begin to take off and are sought after by foe jets, prompting a dogfight. Albeit Maverick figures out how to take two of them out with slugs and flares, they run out of weaponry similarly as a third stream comes their direction. Chicken is likewise incapable to discharge himself, so the two acknowledge that they are going to bite the dust until Hangman comes through and obliterates the last fly. Nonconformist and Rooster return to the transporter, where their group praises them. Chicken and Hangman have a recently discovered regard for each other, while Rooster takes a gander at Maverick the same way his dad checked him out. Chicken aids Maverick work on a P-51 Mustang in Maverick's overhang. Penny appears, and Maverick takes her for a trip in his plane. Chicken puts down a photograph of himself and Maverick right close to a more established photograph of Maverick and Goose. Chicken and Hangman foster a recently discovered regard for one another, and Rooster has a superior relationship with Maverick. Nonconformist additionally reconnects with a former sweetheart, Penny,